So Mike, what's the secret to putting on graphics successfully? Because I feel like myself and a lot of other people out there, the everyday riders, we don't do a good job.
No?
In your expert opinion, what's the way to approach this?
You gotta have confidence. Confidence in what you're doing. I mean, you just gotta somewhat get it lined up. Just the way that, you know, sometimes the graphics are not cut perfectly the where they're supposed to be, but all you need to do is just really take a deep breath, you know, just try kind of line everything up. Just kind of gently lay things down. You know, don't go pressing hard on something on the very end, you know, just trying to get it all on there. Just loosely get it on there and just kind of gingerly just kind of rub it in place. Then when you can see where you're going wrong in some places, then you can kind of pull back a little and then reapply. Plus a little bit of heat, like a propane torch or something, helps. Makes the graphic nice and pliable to where some of the curved areas you might get wrinkles. Well, if you heat it up, it stays, I guess, malleable. Makes it more malleable to where it'll kind of form to the plastic as you rub it in. So, but it just takes patience. You can't really rush into it. It takes patience to lay graphics on there, really. And,
so a little contact cleaner goes a long way with these, I imagine.
Yeah, you got to get these plastics perfectly clean, or else the adhesive won't stick too well. So you got to make sure there's no oily residue. These bikes could have been rubbing inside the trailer on the way over here. You got to get all the markings off and everything. Again, it's just one of those things, just patience and just focus on what you're doing. And because usually most customers, they only buy one set. We have a set a week, so we're kind of not too worried because we have others. If we mess one up, we can put another one. But usually when customers buy graphics, they buy one set, so it's kind of scary when customers do it, because they only got one shot at it, really. So it's just a matter of just taking your time. And another thing is usually you don't want to do this the day of a race because it's always good to do it at least 24 hours before. Just like with wet glue, it gives the stickers time to cure and, you know, kind of become home with the plastic and stuff. So not too worried. This race is, we get new graphics every week. And this race is pretty much going to tear all this stuff up to where we're going to put new ones on anyway. And so, but usually you want to do it not the day of, because like I said, most graphics don't lay perfect, and sometimes you'll have to get creative. Like some of these graphics, they have tails on them that hang over about an inch, just the way the graphic was cut. So usually we'll have to do some trimming and things like that. Now sometimes what some people do is, some of these shroud graphics are so long, it's very difficult to do just in one shot kind of thing. So what some people will do is they'll, you know, they might cut an angle. They just might cut like right there, kind of like what you saw me tear the backing off. Sometimes they'll probably just cut right there. If they see a, you know, in the graph, they'll just cut right there. It's just easier to do it in multiple pieces and sections than just one piece.
All right, Jason, I asked your mechanic, Moto Mike, the master himself, how he does he does his graphic setup.
Did he say slow?
What's your approach to doing graphics? What's your technique? What's your starting point?
Well, this one isn't my bike, so the effort isn't going to be there like I would do on my own bike. So I do want to show that. So pretty much, I put as many parts that I can to get to stick, and then I walk away. And how do you think that looks?
Come on, buddy.
All right, so you want to do this for real. So I normally find a starting point, doesn't matter where. On shrouds, for me, I always try to do this point right here, because if I can get this squared away, I can kind of start working it way back. I do the Windex trick underneath. I spray just a little bit of Windex on the plastic itself, just so that way I can move it. And then once I start using some heat, it'll go right where I want it to go. I'm waiting for some heat. Everyone's got heat but me.
You want me to bring the heat?
You bring me some heat, baby. I start working it all in. I'm trying to get the form in. And we just work off that. Find the point that you want to stick.